December 31st, 2013. This is the 2013 annual report, so you know it's going to be long. And it's going to cover some of the stuff that I just covered in the last few episodes because it covers everything in the past year. With your help, we are winning in the battle for compassion. Up until 2003, the number of requests for rescues we had to turn down due to lack of space or funds had roughly doubled each year to 312 that year. We feared it would double again to over 500 in 2004. Instead, it has steadily declined since then, thanks to the passage of a federal bill and that was the Captive Wildlife Safety Act, and several state bills that restrict the ownership of exotic cats. This year, there were only 37 big cats who came to our attention as being abandoned. We were able to take in 9 wildcats plus 2 rehab bobcats. And actually, I think it ended up being more. We offered to take 10 of the cats who were leopard size or smaller if their owners would contract with us to never own another exotic cat. The cats we did not take were those where the owners refused. There is no point to our taking in cats just so an owner can go buy another cute cub and alter. That's a real word, but it's the wrong word. It should be later. And it's part of my dyslexia. All the right letters in the wrong order. There's no point to our taking in cats just so an owner can go buy another cute cub and later discard it. We did not have enough senior keeper staff to take on more lions or tigers than the ones we already have. Animal care. Rescued 9 exotic cats, including Nala the serval, Skipper and Gilligan the Canada lynx, Ginger the serval, Mary Ann, Thurston, and Lovey the bobcats, Jojo the caracal, or he's actually a caravel because he was a cross. Oh, I did say caracal, serval hybrid. Okay, never mind. Caracal. And Rise of the Cougar. We rehabbed and released 4 native bobcat kittens, Gator, Copter, Khaleesi, and Fencer. I think maybe Gator and Copter were already in our program, and that's why they weren't counted earlier. Newborn kittens who are brought into animal control are routinely killed because of their immature immune systems. They do not survive in the shelter environment. So we began a foster kitten program with our interns as the fosters. We have saved more than 70 kittens from being killed. We raise them until they are 2 pounds and healthy, and then bring them to the Humane Society of Tampa Bay to be fixed and adopted out. See some of the very cute kitten videos here. And then I have kitten video, and I also have the release of Khaleesi bobcat video. And you can find all of these videos that I'm mentioning over at Daily Big Cat. Just search for 2012 and you'll find them there. And then there's another one where it says we bought 9 more acres for quarantine and native wildlife rehab, and there's a video for that. And we installed a new solar system, and C1 Bank helped us, and there's a video for that. By the end of the year, 92 of our 111 exotic cats are over the age of 12. 76 of those are over the age of 15, and 19 of those are over the age of 20. This is well beyond how long they are designed to live in the wild, and much older than most zoo cats. This is a testament to the excellent animal care we provide, but we are dealing with so many more age-related illnesses and are losing more of our big cat friends every year. 2013 was a big year for expanding our big cat enclosures. We built our largest ever enclosure and dubbed it the Vacation Rotation Enclosure. This 2.5-acre cat-a-tat includes a pond, fountain, trees, forts, and 3 safety areas for storms. We had to construct a number of above-ground tunnels to move the cats to and from nearby enclosures so that they could rotate through the new enclosure, and we had to make significant improvements to those nearby cages. 2 of them were being torn down and rebuilt from scratch so that all of our tigers, no matter how frisky, could be cycled through the vacation rotation area safely. Sadly, we had to say goodbye to these great cats: Willow the Siberian lynx, who was 18, Ty the serval, who was 20, Sarmodi the tiger, who was 20, Rose the caracal, who was 16, Shaniqua the jungle cat, who was 19, and Bella the tiger, who was 17. We never gave up on Precious the bobcat after her stroke, and there's a video about that. We are an award-winning sanctuary. We were a top-rated nonprofit again at Great Nonprofits. We have received this award every year since they started awarding it in 2010 due to the many great reviews we get from visitors and donors each year. We again received Charity Navigator's highest 4-star rating. In the Dalton Agency Contest, we won a cash prize and pro bono professional video in this national online voting contest thanks to our dedicated supporters who voted daily. The WEDU Nonprofit of the Year Awards, we were the finalist in the Best Use of Video category for this annual contest held by our PBS station thanks to our passionate supporters voting online. The winner will be announced in late February. Education. Added audio storytelling to the bio of every cat at the sanctuary on our website, and created a free virtual tour app in both iTunes and the Google Play Store. This app is being integrated into our guided tours to ensure that every tour is accurate and relevant. Also new this year was the use of the Vox tour system, where guests can listen via a headset to the guide or for a recorded tour. The benefit to the guest is that everyone can hear and can adjust their own volume. The benefit to the cats is that when using the recorded tour, the guests move silently through the sanctuary. Yeah, we've been doing that since 2013. We were presenters at the Big Cat Workshop hosted by the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries and the International Fund for Animal Welfare, where more than 20 big cat sanctuaries converged for a weekend of learning, networking, and sharing. And I gave the link to our workshop page. It was 2013 workshop. We were presenters at the Animal Grant Makers in Austin, Texas in November on the topic of sanctuaries that fail and how not to. BigCatRescue.org gets about 1.5 million unique visitors per year. That's our website, with 1,498,422 in 2013 alone. Our website is primarily an educational tool. And according to Alexa, we are ranked 224,835 worldwide and 66,562 most visited website in the U.S. in 2013, which was doubling our site's popularity over 2012. We have 866 other sites linking to us. Some of the pages that were most popular each showed increases of 1,500 to 3,500%, and these were ranked number 4, Why It's Wrong to Buy Big Cats, had 119,418 visitors. Ranked number 7, Why It's Wrong to Breed White Tigers, had 97,833 visitors. Page ranked number 8, Why It's Wrong to Breed Ligers, had 81,303 visitors. Page ranked number 11, Why It's Wrong to Breed Domestic Cat Hybrids, had 57,164 visitors. And the page that was ranked number 12, Why It's Wrong to Breed Savannah Cat Hybrids, had 56,346 visitors, which should probably be combined with number 11. Our website addresses local and global concerns about environment and has over 9,400 pages of information, movie clips, sounds, safe interactive online games with a conservation theme, and photos. In any given week, the visitors will be from more than 200 countries outside of the U.S. The information provided has helped wildlife rehabilitators identify animals and obtain proper care instructions, and helped officials in smuggling cases to identify rare species of exotic cats being illegally traded. Those are just a few of the ways that we know that the site has had an impact this year. We gave 195 field trips to the sanctuary and outreach visits this year. We gave 8 free tours and 12 discounted school field trips during this year to groups for whom the modest price of the visit was not manageable. Even when we offer the tours for free, many schools cannot come because they cannot afford the $200 fee for their buses, so we maintain a fund where contributors can support Big Cat education by donating the bus fee. Legislation and education. The steady increase in legislation banning private ownership represents recognition by our society that private ownership leads to widespread abuse. Social values evolve. It took decades to ban slavery in England and for women to win the right to vote in America. Those ideas started out as radical, and they were held by a small minority. Gradually, more and more people understood and agreed until they became part of our value system that we take for granted today. The same trend is happening with private ownership of exotics. Gradually, more and more people are realizing that this simply leads to widespread abuse of these animals. The best evidence of this is the accelerating trend in state laws. Just since 2005, 9 more states have passed some level of a ban. Internationally, El Salvador, Slovenia, Paraguay, Ecuador, Peru, Sweden, Austria, Costa Rica, India, Finland, Bolivia, Greece, China, and the UK and Singapore have all banned or restricted the utilization of big cats in circuses. It is time for the US and South Africa to do the same. Yeah, here we are, 2021. It's time. It was time in 2013. It's still time to end the use of big cats in circuses, for crying out loud. What is the matter with us? We orchestrated our first fly-in to Washington, D.C. for 17 advocates to talk to nearly 20 legislators about supporting the Big Cats and Public Safety Protection Act, which at that time was called H.R. 1998, Senate Bill 1381. And there's images of that at bigcatrescue.org/DC Fly-In 2013. The International Fund for Animal Welfare revealed that 75% of polled voters across the country support the bill's passage. You know, I read a similar poll that it was a 77% from the same time frame, and I just went back and looked at the poll, and it's like 94% now. So it shows that people really have been changing, and the polls are changing as a result. The Library of Congress offers this guide to global laws regarding the private possession of exotic cats. Late in the year, after the bills were introduced, we resumed inviting our on-site guests to calling their senators and representatives, asking them to support the Big Cats and Public Safety Act this year. Through our catlaws.com site, powered by Voter Voice, 8,324 of our 88,877 supporters sent 143,918 messages to 1,071 recipients. While we wish that more than 10% of animal lovers on our mailing list would take the time to speak up for animals, the ones who did are awesome. The 3 most popular letters sent were, number 1, letters in favor of the Big Cats and Public Safety Act, which would ban the private possession of big cats and ban cub handling. 2, letters opposing the exhibition of exotic cats and their cubs at fairs. And 3, letters opposing a football player posting that he owned a tiger. Some of the wins from these campaigns were that 86 senators and representatives joined the 3 bill sponsors by co-sponsoring the Big Cat and Public Safety Act. Number 2, Darnell Dockett turns out to not actually possess a tiger, despite his claim that he was going to bring it to practice. And number 3, Hillsborough County, Florida, enacted an ordinance that allows them to seize assets in animal abuse cases, and enacted another ordinance to protect feral cats and their caregivers. Imagine what we could have accomplished if just 20% of our mailing list were to take action for the animals. This is an easy, no-cost way for us to have a huge impact collectively. And these things are still true today. If you have not been active in taking action when we send alerts asking you to email a legislator, regulator, or a venue hosting an abusive animal exhibit, please make 2014 or 2021 your year to join in. You can make a difference. The many supporters who do send these emails have proven it. The most vivid example is our having gotten owners of over 200 malls to agree not to allow cub petting exhibits, saving all of those cubs from a miserable life on the road and being sleep deprived as they are handled or restrained for photo opportunities hour after hour. You can make ending big cat abuse part of the legacy of your life with just a few emails each year. Wins for big cats in 2013. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Bears, wolves, lions, tigers, alligators, and venomous snakes are prohibited within the city limits of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Unfortunately, 2013 was noted by Wall Street Journal poll to be the worst Congress ever for a number of reasons, but most notably for animal lovers, not one animal protection bill made it through the process. This article, published in the Vegan Health and Fitness magazine, gives some great examples of how parents can guide their children to treat animals by avoiding traditional animal attractions that we've come to learn are usually abusive, such as circuses and zoos. You can find that at vhfmag.com. Fundraising and Marketing. Big Cat Rescue was reported favorably in the news 225 times in 2013. Some of our national press has included shows on CNN, MSNBC, National Geographic, Animal Planet, Discovery, and the History Channel, in addition to such publications as USA Today, National Geographic, and the New York Post, and major media coverage in several other countries as well. Big Cat Rescue has been in the press in 42 states, and then I list all of them. I'm not going to read through all that. And dozens of programs of national or international coverage or in countries other than the U.S. YouTube and Revision 3 were the big news this year. Revision 3, which is owned by Discovery, contacted us to be their first animal-themed channel in 2012. Thanks to this partnership and cross-promotions with Animal Planet, we are experiencing more than 1.5 million views of our YouTube videos per month. By 2013 year-end, we had 405 videos with 130,000 subscribers and 71,633,898 views. YouTube mini clip site. Daily Big Cat was launched in November 20th of 2010 to provide a channel for the mini clips we upload directly from our iPhones. By year-end, this site had 4,574 subscribers and 748,688 views. Facebook. We surpassed 109,444 fans on Facebook. Google+, which no longer exists. This is a new social site for us in 2013, and we have already reached 30,000 fans on this venue. Yeah, rest in peace, Google+. Big Cat Rescue has an endowment fund to provide a secure future for the cats. The fund resides at the Community Foundation of Tampa Bay. Periodically, the Community Foundation offers a matching program where the nonprofit sets a fundraising goal, and when 75% of the goal is reached, the Community Foundation provides the remaining 25%, which is effectively a 33% match of funds provided by donors. We set our most ambitious goal ever, $400,000, which is the maximum allowed. We had 3 years to reach the $300,000 that represents our 75% target. But thanks to generous donors, we reached the goal in 9 months and received the $100,000 grant from the Community Foundation in 2013. We continued to build our affinity credit card program with Capital One, under which you can choose one of our beautiful cats for your credit card image, and 1% of all of your purchases is donated to Big Cat Rescue at no cost to you. Don't look for that program. It's not around anymore. To build awareness of our federal bill, we signed up to be the top-level diamond sponsor for the Taking Action for Animals conference in Washington, D.C. in June of 2014, where more than 1,000 animal activists converged to learn about legislation to protect animals. We were selected by The Body Shop for their Dragon Fruit Lip Butter campaign, which resulted in representatives from popular beauty magazines visiting the sanctuary and writing about our work to stop big cat abuse. There's a video about tiger versus dragon fruit. We started the Cat Chat Show, a weekly podcast where we interview cat experts from around the world about all kinds of cats, from tabbies to tigers. What's unique about this is this was starting in 2013. I did it for quite a while, and then I stopped doing it. Got very busy with promoting the bill and didn't have time to be doing an interview every week. And now Bridget and Andy are going to be picking up the Cat Chat Show again, so be watching for that in 2021. There's another video here about the Halloween Haunted Trail. It's an event that was a lot of fun and a financial success. And then there's another video about saving wild places for wildcats. All of those you'll find under Daily Big Cat on YouTube. In 2013, Big Cat Rescue donated $3,883.91 toward 4 conservation programs in Florida and other countries on behalf of our volunteers. $1,533.91 to Panthera to save corridors for wildcats to travel safely, $1,000 to the Florida Panther Refuge to help protect the Florida panther, $850 to the Snow Leopard Trust to cover the cost of camera traps and snow leopard monitoring, $500 to the Tiger Trust to provide tigers in India by providing better legal assistance and training for the game wardens. Helping others. Big Cat Rescue was recruited to offer our expertise and guidance in the development of a rescue center in Spain that will be broadening their focus from primates to now including big cats. AAP Primadonis is located on more than 400 acres in Villena and currently houses a variety of primates that have been rescued from private ownership, circuses, and laboratories. They are now expanding their focus to also rescue countless lions and tigers that are in need across the country. In an effort to prepare for this project, nearly a dozen experts were invited to a symposium that focused on sharing information regarding the proper care of big cats in captivity, emergency protocol development, and enclosure design. Big Cat Rescue President Jamie Veronica and volunteer veterinarian Justin Borstein traveled to Spain and joined experts from Italy, South Africa, France, Austria, and the Netherlands, and all across the United Kingdom. Over the course of 3 days, the team worked tirelessly to provide as much information as possible to the members of not only AAP Primadonis, but its origin center, Stitching AAP. Stitching AAP is a rescue center for apes, monkeys, and small exotic animals in the Netherlands that was founded more than 35 years ago. The symposium was a huge success. Big Cat Rescue will continue to work with AAP remotely throughout the development process. We are so pleased to provide assistance to organizations that are saving big cats across the globe. See a digital rendition they did from the plans submitted. I'm guessing that's at this YouTube link. Number 2, we created 8 intranet sites, which are sort of a sanctuary in a box site for other sanctuaries to use. These came complete with every training video, training manual, chart, and idea that we use to run Big Cat Rescue. We do this for free for sanctuaries that do not breed, buy, sell, trade, nor allow contact with wild animals. 3, we loaned one of our green level keepers, Catherine Quass, to Wildcat Sanctuary for 5 weeks of a brutal winter weather to help while they were hiring and training new staff. Number 4, Big Cat Rescue provided our catlaws.com site to the Animal Coalition of Tampa in their efforts to send a powerful message to the Hillsborough County Commissioners on the subject of trap, neuter, and return. We similarly supported the Be the Way Home effort in Hillsborough County that protects feral cats from being rounded up and killed. The Board of County Commissioners responded with ordinances to protect feral cats and their caregivers. There's a video about that on Daily Big Cat. Number 5, we presented at Tigers for Tigers, which is a coalition of all colleges that have their tiger mascots who are working to save the tiger. It was also the last place for the good friend and world-famous, much-beloved tiger expert Ron Tilson to make a presentation before his untimely death this year. Number 6, we hosted the 2nd annual Skipaholics Reunion tour to thank the many people who help us keep an eye on our cats via the webcams. There's a video about that tour. We were a sponsor for number 7, we were a sponsor for Animal Coalition of Tampa's Stride for Strays, as we are every year. Then and now. Below are the audited financial statements of revenue and expense for the past 5 years. We pride ourselves in keeping our fundraising and administrative total expenses below 20%, usually below 12%. Because our tour revenue exceeds our fundraising and administrative costs, 100% of donations go to the program expense. The majority of the increase in program expense in 2012 and 2013 was the cost of the lawsuits we filed in furtherance of our mission against what we believe to be one of the most notorious exploiters of tiger cubs. We won a $1 million judgment against this breeder/exhibitor for violations of our copyright and trademark in 2013. He filed bankruptcy personally and on behalf of his zoo. However, by the consent agreement, his personal debt to us is not to be dismissed in bankruptcy, and the zoo bankruptcy has been dismissed. So currently, we are working through the process of seeking to recover our judgment against whatever assets we can. Without the generous support of donors, we could not have sustained this successful effort. Thank you. Officers and members of the board of directors in 2013. Our meetings were on February 23rd, July 9th, September 24th, and December 17th. The CEO and founder, Carole Baskin, is not compensated by Big Cat Rescue for her role as director. President and chairman of the board, Jamie Veronica, is not compensated by Big Cat Rescue for her role as a director. Secretary and treasurer, Howard Baskin, is not compensated by Big Cat Rescue for his role as director. Vice president and director, Lisa Shaw, is not compensated by Big Cat Rescue. Mary Lou Geis, not compensated by Big Cat Rescue. Pamela Rodriguez, not compensated by Big Cat Rescue. Darren Kipnis, not compensated by Big Cat Rescue. Keith Lawless, not compensated by Big Cat Rescue. And Kim Mahoney, who is also not compensated by Big Cat Rescue. These members met quarterly for board meetings at the sanctuary, and we met 4 times in 2013. The paid staff and contractors in 2013 were the CEO and staff manager, Carole Baskin, president, editor, and creative director, Jamie Veronica, operations manager and volunteer coordinator, Gail Ingham, videographer and social networking, Chris Poole, director of donor appreciation, Jeff Creamer, gift shop manager, Honey Wayton, project manager, Chelsea Feeney, education director, Willow Hecht, cage builder and maintenance, Vernon Stairs, cage building apprentice and maintenance, Scott Holler, groundskeeper part-time, Jared Smalley, bookkeeper, Barbara Stairs, assistant bookkeeper, Katie Nikic, she's my cousin and I still can't say her name, guest services, part-time, Valerie Stockton, CFO, Howard Baskin, public relations, Susan Bass, web and social media, Lawana Mitchell. All of our animal care is done by volunteers or by staff who also volunteer time before and after work. Volunteers. Big Cat Rescue had 89 volunteers at the end of 2013 who clocked in 40,547 manpower hours, in addition to 54 interns who clocked in 32,400 manpower hours, plus 4,793 volunteer committee member hours. In total, this amounted to 77,740 manpower hours, provided roughly the equivalent workforce of 37 more full-time staff. Between paid staff, part-time staff, contractors, and volunteers, we averaged the equivalent of 52 full-time staff. An interesting breakdown of the volunteers. We have 89 volunteers, 69 are women, 20 are men. The youngest is 18 years old. The oldest is 76 years old. Between January 1st, 2011 and September 10 of 2013, Big Cat Rescue had, and I have this weird breakdown because you have to do this for the CFC. So it's like over an 18-month period or something that they require. Anyway, we had 99 interns from 10 countries and 21 states during that period of time. Staff and volunteer training. Several of our staff attended the Safe Capture course, as we do anytime they are in Florida. We began turning our volunteer training classes into video classes. Get our financial reports and see our IRS 990 and audited financial statements for Big Cat Rescue at bigcatrescue.org/finances.